एक प्यार वाला पठान, एक मार वाला पठान सर, दो किस्म के पठान है। अच्छा, प्यार वाला पठान है सर पश्तून तहफ़्फ़ुज़ मूवमेंट का, द पठान हु इज सेइंग दैट विद इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान आई वॉन्ट माई राइट्स, जहाँ पे माइंस लगाई हैं डीमाइन कर दो, जो बंदे आपने डिसअपियर कर रखे हैं उनको वापस दे दो, आर्मी के ऑपरेशंस ऐसे आप इनडिस्क्रिमिनेट मत करो कि आर्टिलरी और ये सब कर रहे हो, and all these things, and we want our rights within the framework of the Pakistani constitution. So whether it is Ali Wazir, whether it's Mohsin Dawar, whether it's Manzoor Pashtun, XYZ, so जो भी उनके leaders हैं. And then there is Marwala Pashtun, which is the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, sir. The Pakistani government has decided or has already banned the Pashtun Tahaffuz movement, जो कि प्यार वाले पश्तून हैं. And they are left-leaning, sir, all of these, they are leftists. Yeah, Ali Dawar and also they're known leftists. So they're not challenging the sovereignty of Pakistan. ये क्या पाकिस्तान का mindset है? What is their mindset that you ban these guys and almost mollycoddle the other guys? Because Imran Khan said ना 5,000 को बसा दो यहाँ पे tribal areas में, get them back. They're after all our own people and all that. Whatever happened in the past, I'd like your answer on this.
Yeah, it's a very interesting question. A couple of things.
Sure.
You see, for the Pakistan army, if you look at the last 70 years, especially in the case of Bangladesh, they find it easier to fight with someone or to neutralize someone who picks up the gun. Because as the saying goes, if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yes,
कि जहाँ कोई आवाज उठी उसको ठोको.
Yes, sir.
That's the biggest mistake they're doing with the Pashtuns. The PTM, they don't know how to handle a civil rights movement. The minute PTM picks up a gun, they'll be finished. Finished in the sense that they will go off, army will go after them. They haven't picked up a gun. It's a civil protest, as you rightly said, within the framework of the constitution. That they don't know how to deal with it. In Mujib, they didn't know how to deal with those 4 points. So, suppress them. Similarly, they're doing with the Baloch. You know, the same Baloch Jagyati committee was holding a national gathering in Gwadar in June.
Yes.
They stopped Marang Baloch from traveling to New York to, for the Time magazine thing.
Sure.
So, this is the basic problem with the Pakistan army. That PTM, because they are non-violent, उनको suppress कर दो. TTP, जो आप कह रहे हैं मार वाले पश्तून हैं, उनको वो tackle करना नहीं सकते. They're not able to handle it. All these years, when they were fighting in Afghanistan, they were good Taliban. कि वहाँ अमेरिका और नेटो को आपसे आज आकर लड़ाई करो. The minute they said कि वहाँ का जिहाद खत्म हो गया, अब यहाँ जिहाद करते हैं. And they've got access to the American weaponry. Night vision,
there are thermal visions, sir. There are carbines. There are so many things, state-of-the-art stuff.
They've got that. They are better equipped today, at least for the short term,
yes,
than the Pakistan army. तो उससे वो थोड़ा डरते हैं. Otherwise, this operation Zarb-e-Istikam, which was announced with great fanfare by Asim Munir. Now they're saying, no, वो military operation नहीं है. Because they know if you want to take on TTP fully, and they've got a shelter in the background of Afghanistan. So the easier option is to go after the PTM. लग रहा है कि कुछ कर रहे हैं. And this PTM Jirga, this is the third or the fourth in the series. I mentioned in my book there were 2 or 3 earlier Jirga, where for the first time, Pashtuns from all over, different political parties, different tribes, all came together to produce or to say एक कौमी एजेंडा क्या होना चाहिए पश्तूनों का. कितनी मार धाड़ हो रही है हमारे. We have suffered for 20 years. The biggest victims of what the violence in Afghanistan are the Pashtuns.
Correct.
So this would have been the next in line, fourth. First, I think ANP had organized it once. Mahmood Khan Achakzai's party had organized. And everybody, including JUIF, state governments, everybody sort of participates there as Pashtun. It's a Pashtun issue.
Sure.
The army is scared of that. In case in this Pashtun Qaumi Jirga, they come up with some resolution regarding Pashtunistan or the Durand line, what will they do then? So unko karne se pehle hi unko try and disrupt it. So that's why this is done, that they find it easier to tackle the PTM, suppress it, because they can't deal with the civil rights movement. But TTP, which is, armed,
sure,
they know they can't fight with them. Otherwise, every day, reading between January to August, there have been 757 kills. People have died security forces, army, police, civilians.
Sir.
In August, 100 people were killed because of what the Baloch did on the anniversary of Akbar Mukti. So, despite this kind of a thing, they want to be seen कि हम कुछ कर रहे हैं. तो
ये कर रहे हैं.
ये कर रहे हैं. PTM को वो कर दो. They can't even tackle PTI's government in KPK. Ali mean Gandapur.
सर गंडापुर गायब कहाँ पे हो जाता है? मुझे एक समझ में नहीं आता. This is the second time he is disappeared. वो चीफ मिनिस्टर है.
फलाई मखलूक आके उसको ले जाती है. Then sends him transport से from Islamabad to Peshawar और वहाँ पहुँच जाता है.
सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट के बाद सर. अच्छा, you mentioned JUIF sir, and that they are trying to. अब मुझे तो पाकिस्तान से फोन आया सर कि अरे मेजर साहब आपने सुना है कि वो मौलाना डीजल को अटैक कर दिया, उसके ऊपर दे ट्राई टू ब्लो हिम अप और समथिंग, दे अटैक्ड हिज. हाँ, कुछ वो बच गया सर. 2-3 बार उनके ऊपर अटैक हो चुका है. अच्छा, माई क्वेश्चन इज हियर दैट द क्वेश्चन दैट आई विश टू आस्क सर इज, यू नो, लाइक द पाकिस्तानी आर्मी ये ऑपरेशंस करे, ये ऑपरेशन, ऑब्वियसली देर इज अ पुश बैक फ्रॉम द लोकल पॉपुलेस ऑल्सो. नाउ there is this thing in Pakistan that the Baloch and the Pashtun militant groups have united, sir. Baloch Liberation Army and Tehreek-e-Taliban. Now, they have different aims. Is this a marriage of convenience? कि आज मिलके पाकिस्तान आर्मी के खिलाफ ऑपरेशंस करते हैं, कल का कल देख लेंगे, because one is a separatist movement, the other one wants Nizam-e-Mustafa and they want separate things actually.
So actually they are totally very divergent. They are 180 degrees apart.
Yeah.
But since the enemy is common, so I think the level of interaction and cooperation with them is that the TTP helps them go to Afghanistan, find bases, R&R के लिए. The Baloch have allowed them logistic support in the Baloch areas of Balochistan. Sharing of weapons, sharing of tactics. You see, पहले Baloch suicide bombers नहीं थे. Started very late. And this they have learned from the TTP. The propaganda effort of both is amazing. Whenever the BLA does some activity, it is amplified by Umar Media, जो TTP का रेडियो. Similarly, जब TTP कुछ करती है, the Baloch, वाह, you know, that kind of a thing.
Yes,
so I think the cooperation is at that level.
Sir.
Though, according to the former Home Minister, Rehman Malik, he made a claim in 2012 that BLA and the TTP are cooperating with each other. No one took him seriously at that time. But after Noor Wali Masood became the head of the TTP,
Tehreek-e-Taliban से, हाँ.
उसने ना बहुत सारे splinter groups को join करा लिए फिर से, जो had left because one reason or the other. So he is a very inclusive sort of a person, and he is now articulating Baloch missing persons issue.
Even the Gul Bahadur group and all these, सबको वो लगे चलो.
And there are two groups which have joined, started cooperating with them. One is Aslam Baloch group,
Sure.
and one is I forget the name of the person. So gradually this is the way to expand. But you are right. The Baloch are looking not for Sharia, they are looking for separation from Pakistan.
Correct.
The TTP doesn't want Pakistan to break.
Sure.
They want Sharia in Pakistan. You see, so objectives ultimately will clash, sometime or the other. But for the moment, it's a tactical alliance. क्या पाकिस्तान आर्मी दोनों को तंग कर रही है. Let's pool our resources.